CIET NCERT presents the audiobook Santoor, Textbook of English for Grade 4.
Chapter 11 A Journey to the Magical Mountains. Page 111. On the left side of the page, you will find a QR code. Scanning the QR code will take you to additional resources about this chapter. Let us read. Once upon a time, in a small village at the foot of the mighty Himalayas, lived a young girl named Minam. She loved to listen to stories about the mountains from her grandfather, who was once a Sherpa. The two of them would often go on long walks together. On the right side of the page is the image of a village with Minam and her grandfather. Page 112. One sunny morning, Minam's grandfather said, "Minam, you have become strong and you can walk for a long distance. Today, I will take you on a special journey to the mountains. We will see the beauty of the Himalayas up close." Minam was excited and quickly packed her bag with some rotis and achar, 2 water bottles and her favorite fruit, apples. They started their journey early in the morning. As they walked, Minam saw beautiful flowers, tall trees, and heard the sound of birds she had never heard before. The air was fresh and cool, and Minam felt very happy. At the bottom of the page is the image of happy Minam walking with her grandfather to see the Himalayas up close. Page 113. After a while, they reached a small river with clear water. Minam's grandfather said, "This is where we will have our lunch." They sat by the river, enjoying their rotis and watching the fish swim. Minam dipped her feet in the cool water and laughed with joy while eating an apple. After their meal, they continued their journey. They climbed higher and higher, and soon they could see the yaks. Minam's grandfather told her, "Yaks are very important to the people living in the mountains. They give us milk, wool, and help us carry heavy load." At the center of the page is the image of 2 yaks carrying heavy load and a Sherpa walking behind them. Page 114. As they walked further, they reached a place where the ground was covered with snow. Minam had never seen so much snow before. She and her grandfather made a small snowman. They laughed and played, making memories Minam would value forever. Finally, they reached the top of a hill. From there, Minam could see huge peaks of the Himalayas shining in the sun. It was a beautiful sight. Her grandfather pointed to the highest mountain and said, "That is Mount Everest, the tallest mountain in the world. Many brave people have tried to climb it." Minam felt happy to be living near such wonderful mountains. At the bottom of the page is the image of Minam and her grandfather. Her grandfather is pointing towards the Mount Everest. Page 115. As the sun began to set, Minam and her grandfather started their journey back home. On their way down, they heard the beautiful musical notes of a santoor. It was played by an old man sitting under a tree. They also saw a family of mountain goats jumping from rock to rock. Minam's grandfather explained, "These goats are good at climbing. They can go to places where it is very hard for people to reach." At the right side of the page is the image of an old man playing the santoor and mountain goats jumping on the rocks. By the time they reached their village, it was getting dark. Minam was tired but very happy. She turned to her grandfather and said, "Thank you for taking me to the magical mountains today. I will never forget this day." Her grandfather smiled and replied, "The mountains are truly magical, Minam. They teach us about strength, beauty, and the wonders of nature. Always remember to respect and protect them." Minam promised to take care of the mountains and share their magic with everyone she met. Page 116. The new words in this chapter: Himalayas, Sherpa, journey, loads, memories, journey, mighty. Let us think. A. Answer the following. 1. Who was Minam and what did she enjoy doing with her grandfather? 2. What did Minam's grandfather say to her one sunny morning? 3. What items did Minam pack for a journey to the mountains? 4. Where did Minam and her grandfather stop for lunch? What did they do there? 5. What was Minam's reaction when she saw the snow for the first time? 6. What did Minam promise her grandfather at the end of the journey? B. Think and discuss. 1. Minam enjoyed learning from her grandfather during their walk. Is there someone in your family or community who teaches you special things? What have you learned from them? 2. Minam saw yaks and mountain goats helping people in the mountains. Can you think of animals or things in your surroundings that are very important to the people around you? How do they help you? Page 117. 3. Minam promised to protect the mountains. Is there something in nature around your home, school, or neighborhood that you feel should be protected? What would you do to keep it safe? C. Match the following based on the story. In column A, the description of Minam's journey to the Mount Everest is given. In column B, words associated with the journey are given. Match the following based on the story. Column A. 1. Minam's favorite fruit. 2. Place where they had lunch. 3. Animals that live in snowy mountains. 4. The tallest mountain in the world. 5. Animals good at rock climbing. The column B reads A. Yak, B. Apples, C. River, D. Mountain goats, and E. Mount Everest. Let us learn. A. Use the words to complete these sentences that you're going to hear. The words are journey, Himalayas, memories, snowman, Sherpa, heavy loads. 1. Minam saw the tall peaks of the dash. 2. Her grandfather was once a dash. 3. They went on a long dash to the mountains. Page 118. 4. Yaks are used by mountain people to carry heavy dash. 5. They saw the snow-covered mountains. She and her grandfather made a small dash. 6. The day created beautiful dash for Minam. B. Solve the crossword puzzle. At the center of the page, a crossword puzzle is given. The clues are for down. 1. The pointed top of a mountain. 3. The tallest mountain range in the world. 4. The white cover on top of mountains. 6. A large animal used in mountain regions for milk and wool. The clues across to solve the crossword are 2. Guide who helps climbers in the Himalayas. 5. A low area of land between mountains. 7. A trip from one place to another. Page 119. C. Match each of the words with its correct meanings. In column A, the words are given, and in column B, the correct meaning is given. You need to match the following. 1. Himalayas. 2. Sherpa. 3. Journey. 4. Yaks. 5. Magical. 6. Memories. The meanings given in column B read as A. Guides and helpers in mountain climbing. B. Large, strong animals found in mountains. C. A series of connected events or travel from one place to another. D. The tallest mountain range in the world. E. Something wonderful, amazing, or enchanting. F. Things we remember and cherish. D. Hear these lines from the lesson. At the bottom of the page, a box is given. The box reads, Once upon a time, in a small village at the foot of the mighty Himalayas, lived a young girl named Minam. Do you know that we use the names of body parts to describe other objects? Here are some examples. The legs of the table, the hands of the clock, foot of the mountain, the neck of the bottle. Page 120. Now it is your turn to think creatively. You need to match the object below with the correct body part they are often compared to. Now it is your turn to think creatively. On the right side of the page, some body parts are mentioned. you need to match them correctly to the objects that are being read. The body parts mentioned on the right side of the page are eye, mouth, arm, heart, ear. On the left side of the page, the objects are mentioned. These are 1. Dash of the river, 2. Dash of the chair, 3. Dash of the city, 4. Dash of corn, 5. Dash of a needle. Let us write. A. From a dictionary, find the meaning of the words in the box. If possible, try and use these words to label the picture. The words are plain, slope, river, plateau, valley, hill, summit, foot, mountain range. At the bottom of the page, an image is given where all these words form a landscape that we often see in mountainous regions. Page 121. The words that join two or more words, phrases, or sentences together are known as conjunctions. They help make sentences flow better and add meaning. For example, I have a dog and a cat. The word and adds information. The next sentence. Do you want an apple or a banana? The word or gives a choice. The next example. I was tired, but I finished my homework. But shows contrast, that is difference. Another example. I stayed inside because it was raining. The word because gives a reason. B. Join the sentence using the correct conjunction. 1. She was hungry. She ate a sandwich. Use or, but, or because to join the sentences. 2. I wanted to go out. It was too late. Use or, and, or but to join the two sentences. Page 122. 3. He was happy he got a new toy. Use or, and, or because to join the two sentences. 4. We can go to the zoo. We can go to the aquarium. Use or, but, because to join the two sentences. 5. Aman has a pen. Aman has a pencil. Aman has an eraser. Use or, because, and to join the three sentences. 6. Simran loves to eat mangoes. She loves bananas. Use or, and, or but to join the sentences. 7. He ran fast. He missed the bus. Use and, but, or because to join the sentences. 8. She stayed home. She was not feeling well. Use and, or, because to join the sentences. 9. I love chocolates. I love vanilla. Use and, but, or to join the two sentences. 10. The baby is crying. He is hungry. Use but, or because to join the sentences. Page 123. Let us speak. Form your class into two groups, A and B. Each group will sit facing each other. Follow the instructions to play the sentence completion game. 1. A child from group A will say the beginning of a sentence, like, on a summer morning. A child from group B will complete the sentence. 2. Next, a child from group B will be invited to say the beginning of another sentence, like, one day a clever squirrel decided. A child from group A will complete the sentence now. Note to the teacher. The objective is to provide opportunities for speaking. However, the teacher must ensure that the sentences made by children are making sense. The sentences may or may not be related to each other. Page 124. Let us do. Pick any one of the mountain animals or birds. Your options are snow leopard, Himalayan tahr, red panda, Himalayan brown bear, blood pheasant, yak. Find out details about them. You may include their picture, habitat, adaptation, life cycle, and lifestyle, as well as how they survive in harsh conditions. Design a colorful chart with drawings, pictures, and captions about the animal or bird. Make a presentation and present it to the class. Let us explore. Collect pictures and facts about the first woman to climb Mount Everest twice. Chapter 11 ends here.
Santoor, you were just listening to this audiobook. Textbook of English for Class 4. Narration Dr. Pranita Gopal. Sound recordist Virendra Rawat. Assistance in production Muhammad Shamim Khan. Directed and produced by Vimalesh Chaudhary. This audiobook is brought to you by CIET NCERT,